What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to do a SEC recap of Week 7 games yesterday. And was it a stressful weekend for SEC fans on yesterday? Everybody except those Texas Longhorns because they blew Oklahoma out the damn stadium. But we'll get to that game in a few minutes. But I'm gonna start out with the early game. South Carolina on the road against my number 7 Alabama Crimson Tide. And yes, it was a stressful day for both teams and their fans. Alabama pulled out the win 27-25. Now, Alabama came out on their first drive and looked like they was ready to play some ball. I mean, they came out and went right down the field, scored 7 points on a Jalen Milroe run. But anyway, and hey, had Alabama fans all up in arms, but for the rest of the quarter, both teams was pretty much stagnant. I'm gonna just put it that way. Second quarter, man, Alabama, they scored another touchdown. Justice Haynes run 2 yards, put a little drive together, went down the field, got another touchdown on the Justice Haynes run, goes up 14-0. But then guess what? The last 2 minutes come and looked like the bottom just fell out of everything Alabama was doing. I'm going to tell you that right now. Alabama gave up 12 points in about 13 seconds. On a 3rd and 9, they give up a 36-yard touchdown. And then, oh man, then Jalen Milroe, he take a safety. They get the ball back, go down, and kick a field goal going into halftime. It is 14-12. But I can say, as far as Alabama defense, in the first half, they played pretty good, man. Tim Smith, he came out with reckless abandonment. But guess what? We still got too many issues on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, absolutely too many. But I got to take my hat off to Tim Smith, okay? He played pretty good along that defensive line on yesterday. He played dominant for I'll say, well, we're gonna say much of the first half. Okay, I like what I seen out of Tim Smith on the defensive side of the ball. All right, coming out in the second half, what does South Carolina do, or what does Alabama defense let South Carolina do? Take about 8.5 minutes, basically 9 minutes off the clock on their first drive. Went 5 for 5 on 3rd down. But I forgot to mention that Alabama got them off the field, I think 5 times on 3rd down in the first half. But on the drive coming out of the second half, when South Carolina got the ball, after the half, they put together basically a 9-minute drive, 5 for 5 on 3rd down, and they put up a touchdown. That was the only score of the 3rd quarter. Alabama put up 0 points in the damn 3rd quarter. All right. 4th quarter, Alabama get a touchdown, make the score 20-19, Hey, but South Carolina did take the lead 19-14 after the half. They went for a 2-point conversion when they scored in the 3rd quarter, but they didn't get it. Anyway, but I think they did. Did they? I can't remember. No, they didn't. No, they didn't, because they had 12. And then they scored 6, kicked an extra point, make it 19. Okay, all right. But Alabama scored the touchdown in the 4th, make it 20-19. All right. And then Alabama get another touchdown on a Jeremy Bernard 34-yard catch, I believe. Yeah, 34-yard catch to go up 27-19. And then, hey, guess what? With freaking under a minute left, they let South Carolina score again, make the score 27-25. They line up the kick. They get the onside damn kick. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. They get the onside kick, and freaking Damani Jackson, he intercepted the Hail Mary, which took him into the end zone. And guess what he was about to do? Take a knee. And if he'd have took that knee, that would have been a safety and gave him South Carolina 2 points to tie the game. And I'm quite sure the game would have went went into overtime after that. And who knows what would have happened then. And that's basically the recap of the Alabama-South Carolina game. But I want to say that Alabama, each team had turnovers. I think Alabama got 4 turnovers, three fumbles, and that interception at the end of the game. So yeah, they did force 3 fumbles and they recovered 3 fumbles, and they got that interception. So four turnovers, and I think South Carolina, they had a couple of turnovers too. Matter of fact, I think Jalen Milroe threw 2 interceptions, so they got a couple of turnovers, and then Alabama got 3 sacks, and I think South Carolina got 4 sacks. Okay, and also Alabama got 7 tackles for loss. So 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and I believe 4 turnovers. So that was a good defensive day in that part. But you also got to look at everything that they gave up. You got to look at that too. So hey, if you're gonna look at the good, you got to look at the bad too. But hey, it is what it is. Alabama got the win. We'll see what happens next week. That's all I can say. But moving on and talk about this Texas, number 2 Texas versus Oklahoma. I forget. I think Oklahoma ranked like number 18 or whatever. But number 2 Texas taking on Oklahoma. They played in Dallas, but Oklahoma was the home team. Ain't much to talk about when it comes to Oklahoma. They put up 3 points on the board. Ain't much to talk about with them offensively. Ain't much to talk about with them defensively. I mean, Texas boat race they ass. I mean, boat race. They spotted Oklahoma 3 damn points in the first quarter. Matter of fact, them were the only 3 points scored in the first quarter by Oklahoma. But then everything else happened. The second quarter, Texas put up 3 touchdowns. They come out at the half and put up another touchdown. And then in the fourth quarter, they put up 2 more touchdowns. I mean, the quarterback play from Oklahoma was terrible. Michael Hawkins, 19 for 30, 148 yards. And let me see what they ran for, what Oklahoma ran for. Oklahoma had 89 yards on the ground. Oklahoma only had a grand total of 237 yards of offense. That is bad. Texas 406. Quinn Ewers threw for 229, and they had 177 yards rushing, running all through their ass. Wisner, 13 carries for 118 yards. Jaden Blue didn't do too much, 10 carries for 30 yards. But then, as far as receiving, Helm, 91 yards on 5 catches. Everybody else, what Texas like to do, they spread the ball around to a lot of different receivers. Isaiah Bond, he went out the game with a leg injury. Don't know to the extent of that. Hopefully, Isaiah Bond is all right. Oklahoma fans, you ain't got nothing to talk about when it comes to this game. I mean, absolutely nothing. There's really not much to talk about when it comes to this game. I mean, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, man. As far as the turnovers, Oklahoma did get 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. So that was good for them. But they didn't do shit with them. They ain't do nothing with them. Also, Texas, they got 1 turnover, a damn interception. But other than that, man, this game was all Texas. Ain't much to talk about. Texas was totally dominant in this game. It is what it is, in which I picked Texas to win in a blowout. Anyway, I said the score was going to be 34-13. But hey, I gave Oklahoma too much credit because I knew they didn't have much of an offense. I'm going to just say that. But anyway, ain't too much to talk about with that game. Moving on, talking about this Florida and Tennessee game. Another stressful game in the SEC. Oh, man. Florida, they came to play. The defense came to play. I mean, damn. They came to play. That's all I can say. I'm impressed with Florida's defense. Impressed. What I'm not impressed with is Florida's quarterback play. Graham Mertz, he didn't do bad. He was 11 of 15, 125 yards and a touchdown before he went out. All right. But I said it yesterday. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna run Graham Mertz on a quarterback sneak from under the center when I got DJ Lagway sitting on the sideline. A running quarterback. Ain't no way. No way. Graham Mertz wind up fumbling the ball. They was at the 1 yard line. And Florida should have won this game. Florida should have won this game. They was the more physical team. They was the more dominant team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You let freaking Tennessee hang around because you refuse to put points on the board when you inside the 5 or inside the damn red zone. Terrible. They went for it on a 4th and 1 at one time inside the red zone. Didn't pick it up. And I believe that was inside the 5 too. You let them hang around. All right. Nico, I mean, he was missing wide open receivers in the first quarter. They should have had 14 points on the board in the first half. So, but yeah, man, halftime, 3-0 lead, which should have been at least a 17-0 lead. And then guess what? Tennessee come out and scored 10 points in the third, and then 7 in the fourth. They took it into overtime. Florida scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. But they went into overtime. Florida couldn't get a damn thing. They got the ball first and went down backwards. Damn shame. Damn shame. And then your kicker missed the damn field goal. And then guess what? Tennessee go in and get a chance, score a damn touchdown. Game is over. I mean, damn. Dylan Sampson, once again, go for over 100 yards rushing. I mean, damn. Nico, he's not living up to all the hype. 16 of 26, 196 yards, 0 touchdowns, and an interception. I hope he do that against Alabama, but against Alabama, they ain't got no type of defense, so he might go off. So, hey, Squirrel White, he got injured. Don't know the extent of his injury. But I tell you what, Tennessee, just like Alabama, they got some damn issues. Yes, sir, they got issues. So, hey, it is what it is, man. This was a close game. Tennessee had a lot of missed opportunities in this game. They made mistakes in this game. As a matter of fact, Florida outgained Tennessee in total yardage, 361 to 312. All right. Passing yards, Florida, 223 to 169. Rushing yards, Florida, 138. Tennessee, 143. So Tennessee won the rushing yards. So, but yeah, man, each team had a turnover. Florida, I ain't gonna say they dominated the time of possession, but they had the ball basically 9.5 minutes, about 9 minutes and 45 seconds more than Tennessee. Florida should have won the game. That's all I know. That's all I know. If I was Billy Napier, I would have played DJ Lagway a little more in the game. That before Graham Mertz went out. When I got in the red zone, I would have put DJ Lagway in the game because of his running ability. All right? You get that run pass option with DJ Lagway more than you do with Graham Mertz. That's just me. And the thing about Graham Mertz's injury, nobody hit him. Just one of those fluke injuries. But hey, Florida then came a long way. I'ma just say that. But moving on, let's talk about this Mississippi State and Georgia game, which Georgia won. Mississippi State unranked going up against number 5 Georgia. And Georgia win 41-31, which I'm sure everybody who watched college football know Georgia was going to beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State is the worst team in the SEC, coming in this game at 1-4, and now they are 1-5. But I got to give it to this true freshman quarterback for Mississippi State. He threw for 306 yards, 3 touchdowns. But he did have an interception. But that's a true freshman quarterback. 20 of 37, 306 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. But the goddamn Carson Beck, he was slinging that thing 36 of 48, 459 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions wasn't his fault. The first one on the first drive, deflection. And then the other one, that was his fault. He threw it right to the guy. Matter of fact, Nico did the same thing, but Nick from Tennessee. But Carson Beck threw it right to the guy. It's like the guy was waiting on it. Carson Beck got to clean up his interceptions and shit. Same as Jalen Monroe. But hey, it is what it is. Anthony Evans, this guy had 52 yards on 1 carry. Aaron Smith, their leading wide receiver, 5 catches, 134 yards. But hey, I gotta say, hey, I like the way Ole Miss played these Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs had plenty of mistakes. They had some missed opportunities. But I like the way Mississippi State stayed in the game and fought. They scored first 3-0, and it was 3-3. And at halftime, hey, what was it, 27-10? I don't want to think Mississippi State would have 10 points at halftime. And I certainly didn't think Mississippi State would come out the half and score 14 damn points. I definitely didn't think that. So, but it was 34, I think it was 34-24 going into the fourth quarter. But I didn't think Mississippi State would be even damn close, man. But like I said, after the first quarter, what was the score? 10-3 after the first quarter. Yep, 10-3. And then Georgia, and then the second quarter, 14-17 points in the second quarter. Hey, it is what it is. But hey, Mississippi State, they didn't give up. They hung around. They tried to hang around. And guess what? Georgia let them hang around. I'll say that. With some miscues, with some missed opportunities. Georgia let them hang around. All right. We can. To me, I'm going to tell you right now, beating Mississippi State by 10 once again, the worst team in the SEC, beating them by 10. You throw 2 interceptions. You had some missed opportunities. You made some mistakes. That's a struggle to me. You can win by double digits and never trail in the game. You can be on the struggle bus. You can do that. So, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all think what y'all want to think, but it's just a damn fact. A lot of those Georgia players, not players, but fans don't want to admit that they struggled a little bit, but you did. I mean, your defense allowed Mississippi State to average 6.1 yards per carry. Now, Mississippi per play, 6.1 yard per play. Now, Mississippi State did let y'all get 7.9 yards per play. So, hey, it is what it is. Mississippi State, man, 2 of 12 on third down. Y'all was 5 of 11. Fourth down efficiency, Mississippi State was 3 for 3. All right. So, hey, but Georgia, they had the time of possession. So they won that. They won the game. Congratulations to those Georgia Bulldogs. All I can say for Mississippi State, keep fighting. Keep fighting. We knew Georgia was going to win this game. All right. Then you had Ole Miss, number 9 Ole Miss against number 13 LSU. Ole Miss was on the road. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. I mean, they come into the season with all of this hype every freaking year. Every year. And wind up losing games that they should win. Because Ole Miss should have won this game. They should have won this game. It's pathetic the way that Lane Kiffin and his team give up leads. It is crazy, man. But hey, shit happens. Shit happens. I thought for sure that Ole Miss was going to win this game. I know it was 17-13 at the half, but the way they was playing, I thought they was going to win this game. But hey, credit to LSU. They got the home win. Death Valley at night is just something different. Now, this was a good damn game. We had good games all over the SEC. They was good games, but as fans, they ain't so good to us because we don't want to see our team struggle. Okay? But hey, it is what it is. Ole Miss in the first quarter take take a damn 10-point lead. Well, matter of fact, 13-point lead. I'll just say that. They had a 13-point lead going into the second quarter. And what they do, let fucking LSU score 13 in the damn second quarter while they scored a whole damn 3 damn points. Pitiful. Coming out of halftime, what happened? Ole Miss. Ole Miss get 3 points. LSU get 3 points. Fourth quarter, Ole Miss get 3 points. LSU get a touchdown. And guess what? The game is tied and they got to go into overtime. I think Ole Miss get the ball first. They had to kick a damn field goal and LSU get a touchdown. Game is over. Game is over, kind of like the Tennessee game. But hey, it was some good football, man. But Lane Kiffin, you got to win these close games, especially when you in the lead. You get a 13-point lead or 10-point lead, and you give it up. That is not a good look. And now the Ole Miss has lost 2 games. And with the Ole Miss talent, combined with all the hype coming into this season, we would have never thought that Ole Miss will be 4-2 right now. Hell, and we didn't think LSU would be 5-1. Not in the least bit. We definitely didn't think that coming off of last season. But LSU defense has improved. I got to give them that. I say ain't no way in hell LSU defense going to be 50% better, whatever. I said 20% coming into the season. But I was wrong. The defense is playing a hell of a lot better than they played last season. Okay, so hey, it is what it is, man. I like the wide receiver core that LSU have. So Kyron Lacy is a beast. I just want y'all to know that. Then they got Aaron Anderson. So they got a pretty good wide receiver core. But hey, Ole Miss, 464 total yards of offense. Freaking LSU 421. Passing yards, Garrett Nussmeier had 337. Jackson Dart only 284. But Ole Miss had 180 rushing yards to only 84 for LSU. So Ole Miss ran the ball damn good. 5.5 yards per play for Ole Miss, 5.6 for LSU. So pretty even right there. All right. Both teams had interception. Matter of fact, LSU got 2 interceptions, and those were their 2 turnovers. And then Ole Miss had 2 turnovers. Ole Miss caused a fumble, and they got an interception. Okay, so they forced 2 turnovers. I'll just put it that way. Ole Miss also won the time of possession by about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So, but hey, they didn't get the win. That's all that damn count. Congratulations to LSU and Brian Kelly. All right, so hey, they sitting at 5-1. Okay, Ole Miss is 5-2, not 4-2. But who would thought LSU wouldn't have lost 2 games at this point in the season? I wouldn't. But hey, it is what it is. I thought they was going to beat LSU, but hey, shit happens. But that's my recap of SEC games on yesterday. Also, we had a great game in the Big Ten with number 2 Ohio State and number 3 Oregon, in which Oregon pulled out the win by 1 point, 32-31. Also, the late game, Colorado against Kansas State. Kansas State pulled out the win. Colorado fought hard. I got to tell you that. Colorado had the best 2 the best 2 wide receivers go out. Basically, 2 of the best 3 players, I'll say that. Travis Hunter went out with a shoulder injury. Joe Horn went out with an injury. Don't know Joe Horn's injury and don't know the status of either one of those guys. But 2 out of the 3 best players went out. All right, Shedeur Sanders, he had a couple of bad passes, man, for interceptions. That was terrible. Matter of fact, he only had 1 interception, but it was terrible. The throw was. And they was on a good damn drive, too. But Colorado, they playing some decent ball, man. They need a run game because they damn sure don't have a damn run game. And guess what? They need to improve on that offensive line. But other than that, they got a pretty good defense. I like Colorado's defense, but that run game and that offensive line, no. Oh no. Numbers negative 29 yards rushing. Negative 29 yards rushing, while Kansas State rushed for 185. Now, Shadua did throw for 388, but hell, they didn't get the win, so it was all for naught. So those was two pretty good games also, especially Ohio State and Oregon, which was a great competitive game. And also Colorado was very competitive with number 18, freaking Kansas State. Colorado only lost by 3 points with negative 29 yards rushing. So, hey, that's good, man. Ohio State and Oregon 32-31 win. Kansas State 31-28 win over Colorado. All right, and that's my recap for Week 7, basically SEC football. I just want to throw those other two games in there because they were some close games too. But hey, it is what it is, man. Tell me what you think about how your team performed if I mention your team. All right, so y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide and roll damn Tide.